Hi, this is Karolena with Filmmakers Focus, and I'm here with Todd Montesi, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his history and his future projects.
Cool.
Hi, Todd. How are you?
I'm all right. Good, good. Here live still. Good. No one shot me. No one killed me.
Sorry.
It's so loud you can hear me. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me more? Better now? All right. How's it going, guys? Todd Montesi. What's up?
So you're a Brooklyn guy, born and bred, and you're trying to tell a Brooklyn guy story. You are working on a TV show, webisodes called Hipster Craze. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's actually called Hipster Vice. But, yeah, I'm working on an independent pilot, basically, for, like, the festival seasons. There's a lot of TV, like, festivals and stuff like that where you submit your thing, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm pretty much indie. I have, like, no, like, connections, you know. I just have all talent, you know, and people who want to work with me and stuff like that. So, you know, but I'm a very creative person. What I'm working on is it's called Hipster Vice. You could, like, Google it online, YouTube and stuff like that. Basically, it's like a hipster cop parody, but with my humor. Like, initially it sounds like, you know, it sounds generic, but, like, I've got a crazy, like, nutty mind and nutty original sense of humor, and we're making our own music for it. And it's gonna be crazy. It's like, this looks awesome. Yeah, so I'm basically building that. I play like a dirty cop rapper named Cornelius Von Jones. Basically, it's like a Kanye West, like if Kanye West was a cop, basically. So it like devolves around there, and yeah, it's like a hipster parody, but it's more than a hipster parody. It's like we parody like also like police procedurals. We also parody like basically it's like crazy. You know what I mean? We also parody like hipster type movies and stuff like that, like mumblecore and stuff like that. Yeah, we also parody music videos. It's very musical. We make our own music. My boy Bob Nardi, he's the DP and also like the music director. He's great. He did the theme song, which is awesome. It's just gonna be an awesome project. So, you know, just putting stuff out there. You know, putting the good stuff out there.
As a native Brooklyn guy, do you think you're an expert on hipsters? Do you think that if you've lived there all your life, then you've been there when it was really hood, and then you're seeing like the different, I guess the migration, the post-college hipsters moving into Brooklyn.
Yeah. I hate hipsters, right? But you know, it's just a reality now. You know what I mean? Like I hate, you know. I say I hate everybody, but, you know, I lovingly, you know, I'm a stand-up comic, you know, I kind of have, like, a snarky, bitter sense of humor. Like, it's kind of an old-school type of Brooklyn guy, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've got that, you know, people sometimes say, oh, man, you're from Brooklyn? I can't really hear from your voice because they think, oh, Jay-Z and stuff like that. Let's not forget, Bugs Bunny's also from Brooklyn, okay? So I think you can hear the What's Up Doc in the, here in the inflection area. But, yeah, but I think, well, let's be real, like, it's almost like the 70s, where it's like everyone was a hippie, you know? Like everyone's a hipster now, you know what I mean? Like tight jeans is like, kids are wearing tight jeans, it's part of the culture, you know? And, you know, I like, you know, me being like a social commentary type, I like to like comment on the culture, but also like this show, Hipster Vice, it's like, not only, it like makes fun of it, but it's like, also like hipsters would like it too, you know what I mean? Like they would be like, oh, that's funny, oh, that's awesome, you know what I mean? Like, it has things that appeals to everybody, you know what I mean? So it's not like all like... That's another thing that kind of bothers me, where it's like, you'll see a parody, but there's no intelligence to it, where it's just like mimicking, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, look, I'm just drinking PBR. Oh, look, I'm just wearing tight jeans. It's beyond that. It's like... So what
are some things that you love about hipsters, and what are some things that you really like to make fun of in your show?
I mean, I don't know. I like the loose women. I don't know. I mean, you know, chicks with tattoos, sure, yeah. You know, whatever. Good. That's good. You know, cheap beers, cheap beer bars with, you know, cheap, you know, chicks. Good, yeah, sure. I guess there's that.
Cheap chicks and cheap beers.
Yeah, it's, you know, what's wrong with that? It's like one of those all-American staples.
So you've been doing comedy for a long time. When did you start?
I started when I was 17 years old. I'm like 31 now, so uh-oh.
So what...
Uh-oh. This guy better make it before he dies of high blood pressure.
Better make it before he gets too old.
I know, right?
So
31 in black man's years is like 51 in like regular white people years. So, you know, I better, you know, I'm in my
That's not true. Black people are supposed to age well.
We age well though, but like, you know, stress and stress and like lots of salts in our meats, you know how it is.
So what can you tell us a little bit more about your journey from being just a stand-up comedian to having your own YouTube channel and now to making this pilot?
Like basically I started doing like YouTube videos like, I don't know, like 2006 and stuff like that. Just cuz I just want to write skits, like I like doing stand-up, but I also like the whole aspect of comedy. Like I wanted to, like even when I started out, I wanted to do like skits. I wanted to write like movies, like funny movies and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's like this industry is like weird, where it's like you got to know people, or you got to be like you got to bow down and cow to people. Be like, oh, let me kiss this guy's ass. Maybe I'm not an ass kisser, man. I'm my own man. I'm from Brooklyn. I like. If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, I'm not going to play the hell, hey, yeah, okay, great, I mean, whatever. It's how I grew up, man, So, but the good thing is with technology, though, is you could put your own stuff out there, You could, like, whatever you want. You could just, there's rules, but there's still, like, it's still wide open. It's still the Wild West. So that's what I'm looking at. Like, I started doing, like, videos and stuff like that. Like, for example, project I did was called Hunkies I Hate, Hunkies I Tolerate, like a web series where I play like a racist like black dude, like a black supremacist that lives in his like mom's basement. You know what I mean? So he's doing like like those racists on YouTube and stuff like that. So it's like I choose like the favorite like white guy of the week and a white guy I hate of the week, and then I do like a whole thing. I'm gonna re-up that, but yeah, I'm gonna. Basically it's like a parody of like like race relations and stuff like that, and the whole, like, even in the 21st century, you know what I mean, where it's like, and all that stuff. So I started doing that. Then I started doing like working on a pilot, like with the independent film festivals thing called PN, which I'm trying to like rebuild and explore on that. Like PN's like my version of like the black sitcom, but it's like a total parody. It's like it's influenced by whatchamacallit. It's influenced by like 70s sitcom shows, like the black sitcom shows, and also like even like All in the Family. Oh no, it's also like influenced by like Seinfeld and like Larry David and like Curb Your Enthusiasm with like the real New Yorkness,
So the Jews.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Jews. Yeah, it's very influenced by the Jews.
It's a bluish comedy, a black and Jewish kind of comedy.
I'm not Jewish, but if you want to, think I'm Jewish, go ahead. Maybe I'll, sneak in. Yeah.
That's your influence. I mean, you.
Well, I grew up in Flatbush and Midwood, so it's kind of like that whole. It's like old school Brooklyn, kind of. It's like a weird like boundary line, because a lot of places, though, for some odd reason, blacks and Jews live together near. You know what I mean? Well, Jews live next to a lot of people. They live next to Arabs. They like to live next to people. So. I think that's part of it, I don't know.
So, what kind of network would you see Hipster Vice on?
I don't know, like maybe like Adult Swim, IFC channel, whatever, man. I think it could fit whatever, man. I mean, I like to like, ideally, I'd like to have like the whole like aspect being like, oh, we could have curses and stuff like that, like uncensored type of stuff, but yeah, I mean, it could definitely fit into like any like network, but probably like mostly like the cables channels, like Adult Swim, IFC, maybe FX, whatever, HBO, what? Hey, I'm not gonna say no. You know what I mean? I'll be like, all right, Showtime, I don't care. Disney Channel, fine, I don't care. I need the money. Logo, all right.
So
make all the characters gay. Fine, we'll be on Logo. I don't know, whatever.
So how do you financing Hipster Vice? Like, where are you finding your actors? How are you making this happen for yourself? Because you're pretty much Indian all by yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. Like, there's no budget. I'm a broke, I wear the same clothes every day, Not because I'm a genius like, Albert Einstein, but, I'm broke, you know what I mean? So I have to borrow people's times, like, I think, like, for example, like going to like websites, like even like casting people, like I did everything myself. Like I casted people, I got the crew, just everything by myself. The only thing is though, like shooting it took a long time because I had to borrow people's times basically. And there's like, at least there's like over 100 actors in this project, so it's hard to like correlate and like coordinate everything to get everybody together. So it took us like about a year to shoot it, you know, and we're finally done, almost done like editing it, because we're doing the final touches on the music and stuff like that. So it took a while, but you know what, I think it's better off it took a while, because like, you know, you could do a lot of shortcuts and go for like quantity, you know, just go, okay, we did it in like 2 months, but it'd be like hacky, you know what I mean? Like we wanted to go straight for quality, like we want to do everything tight. Like there's like animation in it, like a little animation scene, just like we make our own music. You know, yeah, I mean, I wrote it, you know, I directed it, you know, yeah, so, I mean, it took a while though, but you know what, I mean, if we had a budget, yeah, we probably could have done it in like a week or two, you know what I mean? But it is what it is.
You did it from scratch.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the cool thing about New York. I mean, you could just do like, if you got a great idea, if you got an idea and you've got the will to like push it out there, I mean, you could get things happen, you know, just have a work ethic, you know? I mean, you know what? It taught me a lot of things, actually. Cause like the PN thing I did was like, it was also accepted in a film festival, the Williamsburg Independent Film Festival, which kind of kept the ball rolling for me, because it was like, oh, okay, this guy's stuff has been in festivals, you know what I mean? So it was like, boom. So when you have that, it's like, it's easier to pitch to people like, hey, you know, my stuff has been in festivals, you know, it'll be good for your resume, because there's a lot of people out there, you know what I mean, that want to, I mean, there's like tons of people doing projects, and tons of people, like, even with like a cell phone, you could like make a movie now, you know? I mean, I think now to separate the wheat from the chaff, you have to go for quality, you know? I mean, you just got to go for like, even if it's like, you know, as long as it's quality and people are like, oh, okay, even when you go to bed at night or when you're gone, at least you could say, oh, this was good, you know what I mean? And people could be like, wow, you know?
Have pride in your work.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about Awkward Moments with Todd Montesi, which is on your YouTube channel. Yeah. I think it's really funny. Can you explain a little bit about what it is?
See, that was like the precedent of PN, all right? Like, Awkward Moments with Todd Montesi. It was just like like little skits where it's like, because I tend to like say stuff and crazy, you know, there's no filter, you know? Like, I'll say crazy crap all the time, like I've seen before, you know, and there's always like weird reactions and stuff like that. Like, what? You know, like I always shoot myself in the foot, but in a weird way. It's like, it's not like, oh man, what'd you do? It's more like, Todd, why? When are you gonna learn? You know. So that was like kind of the genesis of like PN, and like that's what Bill. And I'm actually trying to like package PN for the Amazon. There's like a thing for Amazon Studios. I'm gonna try to package it to like pitch it for that, you know, so we'll see what happens though. But like, to tell you the truth, PN's like my real passion project, because it's like my version of Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Like,
what does PN stand for again? I'm sorry.
You know, it's like, you know, it's like a nerdy, like, you know, it stands for whatever you want to stand for, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's the official answer. That's the official PC answer for what it stands for. But you could catch the drift, like, from watching it, you know what I mean? But you know, like dudes that have like cool like nicknames, like, hey, TJ, or, you know, TO, you know. What are two like worst letters of the alphabet to make it sound like P and N? Like, put them. It's like, oh, PN. You know what I mean? But that's the character's name. That's like his like real name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh,
I don't want to say it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, just you know what I mean, guys. You know, use your imagination. See, just use your imagination. See, guys. See.
So a lot of people might call the topics that you speak about in your comedy or touch on in your pilot controversial. What would you say about that?
Why not? I mean, as long as it's funny, you know what I mean? Like, I think like I'm also really like influenced by like not just like comics, but also like humorists too, you know, like Jonathan Swift, or like Rabelais, who's like an old French satirist, or like even Cervantes, who was like an old Spanish satirist who made like Don Quixote. Like I'm very interested in like humor and how it like humor like can sort of a lot of things in life seem very like stupid or like retarded or even like, you know, sad and stuff like that. But I think humor is like a way to like comment on that and make everything like human again. You know what I mean? So even if you say you make fun of an aspect, it's all like almost like, hey, it's all in good jest. You know what I mean? It's all like, you know, it's almost like a recognition that, hey, you know, we're still alive. Life is, you know, is something. It's precious, you know, right? Something to enjoy, you know? I mean, that's what maybe humor is at the end, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm philosophizing now, you know? Yeah. But you know what I mean? I think, yeah.
So what future projects would you like to promote?
Well, I want to promote the Hipster Vice thing because it's the new one. So if you want to check it out, guys, HIPSTERVICE. Just Google it. You know, you'll see like it'll be like a teaser. There's like an 8-minute trailer with like the music, like some of the music in it. Also, Monty Killavision. If you want to join Monty Killavision, that MONTIKILLAVISION. Definitely add it on, you know, on YouTube. There'll be more videos coming soon. I want to make more videos, but I've just been too busy, like trying to, like, you know, I'm broke. I've got no money, so I got to like focus on one thing at a time now. You know, that's why. But I'm totally trying to get back into making like a bunch of videos again. You know what I mean? And also, you know, UGG Comedy Show. I run a weekly comedy show every Tuesdays in the East Village. It's at 448 East 13th Street at Mug Lounge. Definitely Google that. UG. Exclamation point, comedy show, 2 exclamation points. Every Tuesday, yeah, check it out. It's a free show. Come down, no cover. If you're in the city of New York, definitely tell your friends that, you know, all that stuff. And yeah, or just Google Todd Montesi, Facebook me, whatever. Add me on Facebook, TODDMONTESI. Boom. You go. I think did I close it? Like, boom?
Bye. Thanks for listening to us today.
Hey, kids. Happy, well, today's Mother's Day, but when you see this, it won't be Mother's Day. So how about this? Happy Mother's Day 2013. Huh?
Yeah.
First guy to wish you Mother's Day in 2013. There you go. That's what I do. For you. Just for you. Yeah.
This is Karolena.